You're good whenever. Alright, everybody. As you heard me yell at our participants, we are ready. We are back here, Friday Night Magic at Lost Legion Games and Comics. The quarterfinals of our top 8. This is the last standard event of the current standard season. Return to Ravnica comes next week. A whole new format emerges before us. I'm currently here by myself. I am Zachary Evans, joined later at some point by whoever decides to come in here. For this quarterfinal matchup, for those of you who just watched round 4, we have Garrett Meadows, who won his match, made it into the top 8. He is playing, I have the wrong titles up there, but I'll fix that shortly. Garrett Meadows is on the right. He's playing a Bant. It's not really a Bant control deck, as we learned last time. It's more of a mid-range deck. He's playing a lot of blink elements. Very fun deck to watch. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch round 4. He's squaring off against Maxx Turner, who we saw in round 1, who is playing a combo Elves deck that is ramping with a lot of elf-based mana, then casting something degenerate like Craterhoof Behemoth or Green Sun Zenith or Genesis Wave for double digits worth of permanents. So, as we see, Max starts off with a turn 1 elf, which is not uncommon considering the fact that he has 8 of them in the deck. And here we see the power of Elves, where only one land doesn't matter when every card in your deck makes green mana. So Max sitting on 4 mana on turn 3, tapping 3 to play an Archdruid, and then commencing the beatdown, getting in 4-2, dropping Garrett to 18. Garrett's deck is much more mid-range, but he is playing sweepers. He is playing at least 2 Day of Judgment, as we saw last round. I'm not sure exactly how many are in the list, but chances are he does not have it, as he has 2 white mana and didn't cast it last turn. And we see the power of Archdruid as we hardcast an Elder Scale Worm. For those of you unfamiliar with Elder Scale Worm, it basically reads that anytime your life total goes below 7, it resets to 7. So, fortunately, Garrett's deck can deal with that. He's playing O-Rings. He is playing Day of Judgment, but it's going to be very tough to come back from this. I don't think he's dead on board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12. Yep, he is dead on board. No, he's not. He's not dead on board. He'll drop down to... He'll take 12 damage if he blocks the Elder Scale Worm. Doesn't matter. It looks like Max is firing off a giant green Genesis Wave. Looks like for 11. And if I'm not mistaken, the only non-permanent spells in Max's deck are the 4 Green Sun Zeniths. Or the 3. I'm not sure if he's playing them all. No, not Green Sun Zeniths. I don't know why I keep saying that. Genesis Wave. Looks like he has a Rancor as well, maybe. So that might be a Revive, I'm not sure, but needless to say, he picks up a bunch more Elves, in Zuri, which will allow him to overrun, as if he needed it at this point. He's pretty much good to go. And an Acidic Slime, which takes out Garrett's only blue source. So we jump out with the Borderland Ranger, drops Garrett to 9. And I'm now joined by Jordan Peckjoe.
Hi there.
Jordan, you have arrived just in time to see Max see them scooping up their card as Max has emerged victorious in Game 1. It turns out, I know you haven't been playing Magic all that long. I'm going to give you a brief pro tip. It turns out a Genesis Wave for 11, pretty darn good.
Especially if you're running Craterhoofs.
Especially when you've already hard cast a Elder Scale Worm at turn before. So, needless to say, we're joined by Steven Fernandez in the chat, who's wishing you a...
Howdy, Mr. Fernandez.
Mm-hmm. It's an Asian bond.
There's not many of us here, so we need to stick together. But So what's the matchup at Midrange?
Yeah, we saw Garrett playing in the quarterfinals. He's playing a very fun, basically Bant Blink deck. He's playing a lot of value creatures and the Invincers. He's playing the Stonehorn Dignitary Lock. He's playing board wipes and stuff too, so it's pretty fun. And then Maxx, of course, is playing the Elves deck, which I'm sure you're familiar with.
Yes. Which I was actually going to say, does Elves have any way to interact with a lock? Does it?
It doesn't. I don't think he plays any removal. He plays acidic slime, but that doesn't break up either part of either piece. But he can just race it.
Yeah.
I mean, last turn he chose to cast a Genesis Wave, but he could have basically on turn 4 knocked Garrett down to 6 life. So he can't just race it.
I was about to say, I figured Garrett's not favored in the matchup, not as a player, but just his deck. Like,
Yeah.
Elves is very difficult, I think, for any mid-range deck to deal
Well,
with.
he's not playing any spot removal at the 1 or the 2. His earliest removal spell is O-Rings on 3. He is playing Day of Judgment, and he is on the play this round, or this game, so that should help a lot. But, yeah, he's up against it for sure. But Maxx is playing a deck that is very susceptible to Day of Judgment. When you ever play the Elves deck, you're always susceptible to sweepers, so he's going to have to be careful about overextending. It looks like he brought in surgical extractions, which are pretty good because if the game does go long, Garrett's going to try to chain stuff out of his bin.
Yeah.
Sell the typical um, Sun Titan Phantasmal Image shenanigans that are to be expected.
Well, I'd say Max should have played this deck enough, and I think when I saw him, I watched him play JV out there earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like he's aware of board wipes, which is like the most common problem with any of these decks is people just don't know, and they'll just be like, oh, let me erase the damage and throw my hand down, and then that just puts you so far behind when you can't reassemble your board.
It's a tricky situation because if you don't extend enough, you're not going to be fast enough to win.
Yeah.
Your game is definitely to be aggressive. The longer the game goes, the better chance Garrett has of stabilizing. But Maxx has been playing Magic cards since the dawn of time, so this is he is the Elf Master. He's a legacy Elf player in days past. He is going down to 6 cards, though. He also did all of that last turn without, I think he had 1 land for the majority of the game, but he did go turn 1 Llanowar Elf, turn 2 Llanowar Elf, Arbor Elf, turn 3
Druid.
Archdruid, into a turn 4 Elder Scaleworm, turn 5 Genesis Wave, turn 6 Scoop 'em Up. Scoop 'em Up. Jordan, while they're starting off here, I couldn't help but notice you were the winner of tonight's Rock, Paper, Scissors giveaway.
I was.
For those of you who are unfamiliar, assuming this match goes to Game 3, we'll mention it in the break, or we'll mention it after the round. You too can win your own playset of Rock, Paper, Scissors.
I feel so touched, so I mean, I can only agree with you.
You know what? You're bored, you like Magic, Friday night you start watching our stuff, you watch it on YouTube. It's fun, we make funny jokes occasionally, we give you free stuff. It's not that hard, you got nothing, there's no commitment in this. So Maxx is obviously off to a very slow start. No 1 drop. Cycles the Visionary on 2, and now tries to get in with a lorded up Elvish Visionary, which I think Garrett is trading with. This is Borderland Ranger.
Yes.
Now, the question is being asked, is that a profitable attack? Probably not. But what do I know? Because having that Visionary around just makes your Archdruid that much better. Is this another Archdruid? He's thinking about it. He goes Azuri.
Okay.
Azuri will let him. It will let him protect his Archdruid from a Day of Judgment.
So it's 1 green to regenerate?
It's 1 green to regenerate target elf, another target elf. So he can't regenerate himself. And that's a slime taking out a forest. Making the pro play and floating the mana to
Yeah.
Regen shield his druid.
I think Visionary is the only thing I can see in hand.
Well, he had an Archdruid. You can tell from his last time he debated which 3-drop he was going to cast. You could get in with the Archdruid if you wanted to.
Well, see, I'm interested to see, does he have double white up on Garrett's side?
Yeah, we're having some glare tonight. He does not have double white. He has
Okay.
2 islands, 2 forests, plains. The angle of my camera is off, I think, which is preventing us from... Because usually we have the glare pretty pegged.
Yeah.
So...
I'd say we're just one turn away if Maxx has a green, not a green sun.
A wave?
Yes, a wave. He
Well,
has
he's
a
got
wave.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So wave for 7. That hits everything in his deck, right? Crater Hoof is 7?
Crater's 8.
8?
And there's a day, so now he's just going to regen.
He's going to regen both of those.
So...
Yeah. I'm not sure if Garrett understood how Azuri worked, or if he was aware that he had the mana open, because surely that's not what he wanted to happen, I don't think. Oops, sorry.
I think he's going to try to combo now. Yep, that's a wave.
Mm-hmm.
For...
He had 4 lands, or
Yeah.
5. So 1, 2, 10. So that's for 6, I think. Yep. So he gets a Yeva, another Archdruid, and 4 lands, unfortunately. So
Well,
he's representing. He should be representing lethal, shouldn't he?
yeah. I mean,
Because
I think he
has
can just attack.
1, 2. Yeva's an elf, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 5. That's 6, 12, 20, 23. No, it's even more. It's 3 Archdruids. It's a lot. That's how much.
Grab a day.
We do
Stonehorn.
have Stonehorn. So if Garrett can go Venser after this, he will lock him out of the game. Maxx cannot interact with that, I don't think.
What is that?
Oh, but a very pro play. Now Garrett does not have access. Oh, but he has a bird. So a Venser here locks Maxx out of the game. He does not have it, because I imagine if he did have it, he would just straight slam it. He has to have a way to blink that Stonehorn Dignitary, or he is dead. He does have white mana. At first I thought he slimed him out of white mana, but he does have the bird. The question is... Green Sun for 3?
What's he gonna green sun for?
Borderland Ranger. Could you Green Sun for 2, get a Visionary, hope to draw something, but then it only leaves you 4 mana? I think he's only playing 1 Dignitary.
Well, yeah.
I don't know how many Dignitaries he's playing, actually. I say that like I have any confidence of what his list is, but I'm not sure. But
I see a Venser. I thought. No, it's an
oh,
image.
there we go. So the image buys him a turn. That's another bird, right? He can keep chaining images. I mean, I don't think so. He can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think he's dead on board at this point, because I think he has enough jump blockers that he can get through. But
what did he just lay down? That was planes. Okay, bird.
Okay, so he's playing off the top. He's playing off the top of his deck.
Or elf. Okay. Visionary.
Oh, he played the elf with flash.
Yeah. I think he's just gonna alpha here. Just
yeah, but there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll kill him. So you block Yeva, you block the acidic slime, you block all of the Elves. So they're each +3/+3.
Yeah.
So that's 5. That's 17 getting through. That's exactly correct, I think. Yep. So 1, 2, and then 8. So that's 10. So I should drop him to 8. Is that correct? Look at me. Look at me. Like a boss. So he has to draw an image, or a Venser, or a Day of Judgment, correct?
Yep. I don't think he did.
Well, he should be drawing live. Very exciting. Very exciting. I almost wanted to. I want the game to keep going because watching Garrett's deck is pretty fun. Max's deck is pretty fun too. I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end so early.
Yeah.
He's surely drawing live, right? If this is a slow roll, it's the sickest slow roll in the history of Magic. The only cards that are relevant are Day of Judgment and...
I would feel like you would just throw it down though, like you don't...
It's not Venser. We know it's not Venser. This might be the instance where it might be Sun Titan. We're consulting the sideboard.
Well, maybe he has one of his...
Is it a green sun or something? Is he trying to figure out he could...
Well, you can get Sun Titan, get Image, Stonehorn.
He doesn't have 2 white.
Yeah, technically. Well, alright. But there's the game. He had a green sun.
What was he going to search up?
Visionary?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. He could. I think that's the correct play.
Yeah, to draw a card and maybe leave up enough mana to Venser.
It is strictly better than just dying, but very interesting matches. Congratulations to Max Turner. He's our first competitor in the top 8. Looking at the pairings, we have Brett Rose, who went undefeated with his Infect deck. He's playing against Drew Shure, playing Bant Pod. We just saw Max beat Garrett. They were both 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Also undefeated. Well, not undefeated. Sam had Sam Swisher on 10 points with an unintentional draw. He's playing Blue-Black Control. He's playing against Scotty Wright, who's playing Grixis Control. That match will take forever.
Hey, Control.
It's not fun to watch. And then it's on round 2. Go back and check it out, everyone. And then in our final top 4, we have Cliff Markham sneaking in on 2 and 2. We had 2 and 2s tonight. There was only 18 people. It is the day before pre-release, so...
And there's a ton of midnights going on
yeah,
right now.
and a lot of people are tired of this standard format. It happens every cycle, but Cliff Markham on Blue-Black Heartless Summoning playing against Megan Berger. Do you know what Megan is playing?
I did not see.
I have not seen her deck. I think last time she was here, I think she was playing Black-Red Vampires. So...
Well, I like seeing some of the old decks that are just going to pass out of usable cards, such as like Blue-Black Heartless. It's really fun to... I guess I didn't get to see it, but have them around.
Well, you can watch it again in round 3, I believe.
Yeah.
Round 3. While they're doing that, let's just remind everyone where we are. We're at Lost Legion Games and Comics, South Charleston, West Virginia. They let us host this FNM stream every week, so we'd like to thank them for their patronage. Check us out every Friday night. Come on in.
Are you going to Rick's for any amount of time? Okay.
Not planning on it.
Okay.
All right. So we had a brief scheduling discussion. People lining up for midnight pre-releases. We're not doing a midnight pre-release here at Lost Legion, but we are doing a release tomorrow at 11 a.m. and then another one on Sunday at 11 a.m.
So exciting.
It's very exciting. We've been asking people as I switch to the studio cam. As you see, I'm joined here by Jordan Peckjow. I'm Zachary Evans. I'm wearing a Troy Polamalu jersey. Everyone should know that. That is the, for whatever reason, unnecessarily quasi-erotic Dice poster.
Well, sex sells, and sex really sells to nerds who don't get the sex. So,
I don't understand. I think you're exactly right. But so Jordan, we were asking earlier, what guild do you plan on playing tomorrow?
Azorius. I mean, it's...
Azorius. Now, what is your
shameless plug.
They make good food. All politics aside, the chicken sandwich is good. I don't care. I don't pick my fast food restaurants based on
politics.
I don't really care. Chicken sandwich is great. The butter, the bun, have a pickle. I love it. I love it. Love it. So Azorius, is there a particular reason? Is that just thematically based, or do you like
There's
the cards?
There's a big reason. Not only am I actually, I think the Archon can just take over...
The promo card?
Yes, the promo card. Because you're able to play with the promo cards, I think a lot of people should have been picking around promos and what the commons and uncommons were going to be pickable,
Mhm.
and you're also getting a guild pack. Azurius, I think, with their detain mechanic, is going to be able to get to their bomb a lot more easily. And by the way, we're not supposed to use magic jargon.
You can. We've been using, earlier tonight, I inadvertently said the word dirtle. So, all jargon is fair game tonight.
Okay, well that's my reasoning is you can get to Archon with 20 attacks, double detains, which I feel is just too good to pass up in this limited format where there's going to be a lot of people. I think a lot of people are picking Rakdos and Golgari, maybe. So when they have,
I will be picking Rakdos. I want to turn dude sideways. I think it's clear that they're the best aggressive card pool, and most of the removal is also in Rakdos. There's not a lot of removal in this format, so if I was in my second, I was saying earlier, JB's having us pick 3 guilds in case there is a limited supply, but Azorius is my number 2. So I'm going both routes. I'm either going Rakdos for straight aggro and removal, or Azorius for
just to control
mid-range and a best high end.
Well, now I've heard. I think some people have been doing pre-releasing pooling or whatever, where they use some of the online programs to check. And some people were saying that Azorius pulled up poorly just because when you detain, you don't have stuff that can effectively attack.
And here's another thing too that you have to factor in, like we've been talking about in this specific pre-release, because of the Ravnica guild thematics that's built into the storyline. You do get to pick a guild, and you are going to get one guild-specific pack, which is going to contain we're going to get your promo card, which for the first time you can use in your deck, which is a pretty interesting feature. But your pack is going to contain entirely cards from your guild's color scheme. So if you pick Azorius, it's only going to be blue and white cards in your pack, as well as the land slot's going to be occupied by the guild gate, which is the common. Comes into play tap dual land for that specific guild.
So no shock lands?
No shock lands. They're not giving them away for free. But what is interesting is that you're picking your guild, but you're only getting one guild pack. The other 5 packs you give will be returned to Ravnica. They will not be specific to your guild. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously you're going to get 15 solid cards in a bomb.
Yeah.
So it's going to make a big difference. But there is a case where you're going to pick Rakdos and you are going to get a very good Selesnya pool, and you end up playing green-white. Like, that's just that happens.
Well, I think they even said they've told people what's limited out of the guild packs. I don't think you can get mythics.
There are no mythics in the guild pack. The only mythic is the. I believe the promos are all mythic, aren't they?
I think so.
They might not be. It doesn't matter. But I know you're exactly right. They have gone on record to say that they won't be giving out mythics in the complimentary guild packs. So.
Which is for good reason, because, first off, you're limited to 2 colors, then you're limiting down to the mythics in those colors. Then it's going to be like, well, now I can play my mythic no matter what.
Yeah, and it'll be the same deck, and everything will be dominated by who gets to 6 mana first and cast there. The Azorius one is, I should have bookmarked these and brought these up, but the Azorius mechanic is...
Detain.
It is detained. I misspoke. The promo card is I should have brought it up, but it's like a 5/5, or it's a
5/5 flying.
It's an angel for 7. Is it 7? And it has double detain. Detain is the keyword for Azorius, which basically does what Face Fetters does without the life gain. You can't attack or block, and you can't use its activated abilities. So the Rakdos one is a Carnival Hellsteed. Yes, sir. Absolutely. We're now
the biggest bullet.
We're now joined by, there's a chair there behind Jordan.
Hey, I'll take it.
We're now joined by top 8 competitor and, scoot up just a little bit. One more. There it is. Do a pensive lean. This looks like an album. This looks like cover art for an album. Like, I'll look this way, and then Jordan's right at the camera. There you go. Take a picture and put that on your
It's your Facebook.
What kind of band is this? It has to be some kind of like math rock or something. We have.
Better yet, what do I play?
Huh?
I thought it would be Christian.
Contemporary Christian. Yes, it's just all. We're just a Michael W. Smith cover band is what we are at this point. But, we were talking about guilds. What's Maxx Turner playing at pre-release?
I will be going to a pre-release tonight, and I will be going with Azorius.
So you're midnighting it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Are you coming tomorrow?
No,
I'm going to tell you right now. You're not coming tomorrow. There's no way you go to the midnight pre-release tonight and then you make it in here tomorrow.
I would, but Amber got called into work.
Okay.
So she's got to work 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Which means you
Have to watch
are on
her.
fatherly duties.
And
More important.
I would bring him here, but he will not sit here for that long. There's no amount of
I have
people.
experience with your son. He is a delight. He, however, is a textbook 4-year-old.
He's a flight risk.
He has not sat down since he was in the womb. He likes to move about and have a good time. We were talking about, what did you say you're going to be tonight?
Azorius.
Jordan also Azorius. I was talking about how I'm Rakdos, but if that doesn't work out, Azorius is my fail-safe because JB is asking for multiple selections in case we run out of specific products. So very interesting. I'm very excited. We had talked earlier about whether or not we were going to do any kind of streaming coverage of the pre-release. I have decided I'm not doing it tomorrow.
Sunday, maybe?
I might do it a Sunday. It just depends. It's actually a lot of work, and if he's starting at 11, I don't know.
It's 11 tomorrow, isn't it?
I don't know when it is Sunday. And another thing, too,
It's
it's very
1.
difficult. It's very difficult to cover a pre-release event because for the beginning, like I don't know if you should show somebody building their pool. I don't know if that's entertaining. I don't.
No.
The problem is too is I'm not incredibly familiar with all of the cards because they are brand new.
People want to watch people open packs.
Yes, I need to find out who is going to be free in case I need someone to co-commentate. I'm also having a little bit of technical difficulties tonight. I don't know if you've seen, but in a couple rounds past, we have a delay on the audio that makes it look like we're in a bad Chinese action movie. So
Are we saying stuff? Or are we just being dicks?
because originally I had it in the full screen. I did have HD shot, and I was running my ticker, and I had all this stuff, and now it's not working. So I've gone back to this lowbrow
Are your
letterbox.
sidebars part of the stream?
They are.
That's fantastic.
That's a special graphic that I've made.
I like that. I like that a lot.
You know, Max, I know you're aware of this, Jordan as well too. We are now live on Facebook. We now have our own Facebook page. So I literally made it last night, or I revamped it last night. I already had that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was a friend before the trend.
Yeah, you were the friend when I don't know if everyone's seen this branding, which is all Zach Sells Magic, because there was a period of time where I was doing a pretty hefty business in the secondary resale market of Magic cards. So that's why it's all like this, because I've already had one foot in the grave, so to speak, in terms of that. Kids, shenanigans. But yeah, so the page is already there, but we've now updated it. I've been taking some pictures tonight. I'm going to post. We'll put notifications up there. So if you're more frequently a user of Facebook rather than Twitter, you should be able to communicate with us there. Also, I think it's all tied in, so it all should update one.
Are you going to be like, hey, I just uploaded the videos on your Facebook stream update?
I am going to do that, because I currently do that on my Twitter, which only like 80 people see, and most of those people don't care. So a lot of the people that follow me are the spam bots. So I don't know. But yeah, so it's a much easier way to interact there. A lot of people use Facebook, so definitely check us out on Facebook. Just look for the Zach Sells Magic page. Just search for that, or you can follow. If you know us personally, I'm not going to give out my much personal information, I guess. But
if you go through, you can add us as friends on Facebook.
Oh, you can, and your life will be infinitely better.
Do you want to get advice on how to make bad decks?
Look at this. Yeah. Do you want to understand how to make goat tokens? That's your man right down there.
I don't know what I do, but I'll do something.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it whether you like it or not. I don't know anything. I'll torment your inbox or Twitter stream or Twitch feed with infinite amounts of propaganda about this stream. So anyway, you're being wished congratulations in the chat. I'm going to take a quick break.
Thank you, whoever wished me
That
congratulations.
is Matthew Elliott.
Matt Elliott, I miss that guy.
Former shop personality. Me and Brett have already made fun of him for moving on into the real world.
He's an adult now.
He's an adult.
He's here in spirit, though.
Big boys grow up. You can't play wizard fights
We're
anymore.
upper level teenagers.
I'm a grown ass man.
Did you like how I dodged that Venser bullet?
I'm gonna be 32 goddamn years old next week, and it's embarrassing because I'm sitting in a closet. I'm talking. I'm not even playing.
You're not trapped in a closet.
I'm not even playing imaginary wizard fighting cards. I'm talking about imaginary.
Well, I mean, are you having fun?
Every now and then I like to do this. And then put this behind my ear. This pen.
Did you write? You were to scribble something like you corrected.
You know who won the giveaway this week?
I saw him get his prize, and I was jealous.
You know who else was jealous? Adam Vickers.
Evidently,
You
the
don't know who
prize
Adam
worth it.
Vickers is? Go watch the archives.
Just listen, let's talk. You know,
Watch
like,
week
Adam
1,
Vickers is
August 31st. Adam Vickers.
playing me, screaming at each other.
All right. What I'm going to do now is take a break. We'll come back with the semifinals. Stick around. You've gone this far. Keep the faith.
What else are you going to do?
Top
There's
four.
nothing on TV right now.
Pre-release it until
Let me
midnight.
tell you this right now. If you've watched up to this point, you're not doing anything productive with your Friday night. So what's another hour? What's another hour?
It's true.
Matt's staying up because he is going to pre-release it tonight. So
Awesome.
we've got at least another hour before you have to leave the house, right? Or more importantly, go to the shop, stream it.
Yeah, take your laptop, boot it up,
Show
show
it.
it to new people.
Tell them to follow me on Twitter. They can win free stuff. Eventually, I'm going to run out of rock, paper, scissors cards, and I'm going to start giving away real
I mean,
cards.
I love listening to us talk about cards.
I
while I do
already
homework.
told everybody that if we get enough followers, the rock, paper, scissors cards is fun. It's a fun little giveaway. But eventually, if we get enough followers, the quality of the giveaway is going to mimic the number of followers we get. So if we get to the point where we've got 1,000 people watching us on Twitter, I'm going to give away,
Black Lotus?
You get to
maybe a Tundra.
5,000.
Maybe a Tundra.
I've got 4 foil autographed little girls.
Little girls.
4.
Half. You don't know what a little girl is? Google it. It's a magic card.
Well, first off, you're not a Magic player then if you don't know what Little Girl is.
That's $100 and some worth of cards.
Are they really worth that much?
They're like 26 or something in Star City.
Well, if we ever get to that point where we're not losing money,
And they're Rebecca Gay autographed.
This is the life-changing things that can happen. If
Went
you
all the way to
spread the
New York.
word about this wonderfully obscure and niche market Magic the Gathering broadcast. So think about that. Think about how you can better advertise for us, better our lives. Think about it amongst yourselves. Talk in the chat. We'll be back in approximately 5 minutes with the semifinals, where Max will be battling off against one of these other fine champions.
Maybe on camera.
Maybe on camera.